Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this lecture. So we are today going to talk about the archival actually. So archive log mode. So what I was talking is WhatsApp is an application which we have done one practical experience right now, right? Everyone, I ask you to archive any one chat. You people archived the chat and restored the chat back. Everyone did that, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Krishna.
Krish.
So by this exercise, what did we understand is WhatsApp is an application. The data, the chat that is there here, everything is the data which is actually stored in the database. So we are actually connecting to the WhatsApp application and fetching the data from WhatsApp application, WhatsApp database, and it is displaying the data on the application,
User
which is
screen.
our screen. Our screen displays the data of all the contacts and everything. In one of the contact or one of the text, that what we are doing is we have archived the chat. Okay, so that it went to the archive folder. It went to the archive folder. Okay, we have archived the chat, which is in the archive folder now, so that the actual production, this is the production live anamata. This is live application. The live application of the whatever the archived chat is there, will that be visible in the live?
No,
No,
sir.
no.
No, sir.
It is not visible in the live. So when this data archive అయిపోయిన data ni, when we can actually get back, we can restore it back so that it will be visible in the live location again. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
Krishna.
sir.
Yes.
I believe everyone understood the example very perfectly.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, Krishna.
we got it.
In the database also nothing but this is the same. In the Oracle database which we are relating this example, everything is a database actually. WhatsApp is also a database which is having the application. It could be Android application, iOS application, any application it could be. Okay, WhatsApp is an application where the data is actually stored in the database. It's very simple. So now what we do is like, now everyone, I believe everyone understood the importance of archive. So what we can do generally, we can actually archive the data. Okay, we can archive the data. Why we are archiving the data? Whenever there is any kind of a data loss, we can actually restore the data from archive. Understand what I'm talking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Krish.
Understand, right? So if anything it could be, archive is playing a very major role in the database. Remember this point till your lifetime. People whoever are taking this Oracle DBA career as serious, make this point. Noted.
Krishna, I have one question.
Sorry.
I have one question.
Okay, I know. I think like I can take questions in some time. Okay, fine. No problem. Ask so that I can clarify then and there itself.
Yeah, see, because earlier you told that we'll have a real application. I mean, the same database will be in a different location so that in case if we lose data, we'll have it in a different location. So, I mean, when we're already having it in a different location, then why do we have to archive the data?
Okay, very, very good question, but there is no answer as of now. Okay, you will only understand in the future classes. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, coming back to the point. So, data archive is very, very, very important. Data archive is very important. Okay. Why the data archive is very important? I'll explain you. Before that, we have to go a little bit into architecture. Okay. We have to go a little bit into architecture, not deep architecture, but little bit into architecture, so that you people will understand what exactly this archival is happening and everything. So how many people completed database creation? Tell me.
Yes, completed.
Yes, sir.
Almost everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So now you
yes.
people have to give me questions. Now you people have to give me, you people have to answer my questions. Then only I'll understand how many people understood this database. How many data files we have created at the time of database creation? How many data files?
5.
What are they? Yes, 5 is the right answer. What are they? What is the names of our data file?
System,
Socks data file, undo table space,
undo TBS, temporary temp
temporary
file,
table
and
space,
user file.
Very
user
good.
data file.
Very good. And how many redo log files we have created? Redo log files.
Two.
What are they?
redo 1A,
Redo
redo
1A,
Redo 1A dot log, redo 2A dot
redo
log.
2A dot
Very
log.
good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so yeah, one second. Yeah, redo 1A dot log and
Redo 2A dot log.
redo 2A dot log.
redo 2A dot log. Yes. So this is redo 1A. This is redo 1A dot log, and this is redo 2A dot log. So we have two redo log files here. So just only we'll understand only small part of the architecture, not the complete part of the architecture. So don't worry. So there is something called RLBC. There is something called RLBC. What is this?
BC.
BC. We call it as redo log buffer cache. We call it as redo log buffer cache. Okay. We call it as redo log buffer cache. So what is this redo log buffer cache is? Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Okay. All users are connected. All users are connecting to the database. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
After connect, how they connect to the database? ఇప్పుడు మీకు అందరికి అర్థమైపోయింది. With the help of Oracle network, listener and TNS.
Yes.
Yes.
They'll be connecting to the
Yes,
database.
sir.
Everyone
Yes,
understood
sir.
that part, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After users connecting to the database,
sir.
what they will do? They will create tables. They will insert the data. They will update the data. They'll do all this kind of. That is only the user's job. Developer's job is to connect to the database and create tables, insert the data into the tables. That is their job. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is the job of a DBA? To maintain that data. To maintain that data. Whatever the data is there in the database, we have to maintain the data very securely. That is DBA job. But who will insert the data into the database? Obviously a developer. Yes or no?
Developers.
Yes, sir.
With the help of insert statement or update, delete, select, create tables like that.
Yes,
So what these users are doing, all users are connected to the database and doing transactions. They are called what?
Transaction.
Select is a transaction. Update is a transaction. Delete is a transaction. Creating a table is a transaction. Everything is a transaction in the database. Ardhamainda, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What happens once user connected to the database? Once user connected to the database, listener is able to listen to the connection. Okay, baane undi. TNS is also good. Now listener has listened to the connection and established the connection to the user. Okay, very good. After establishing what user is doing transactions. So where those live transactions are going into the database is the point. Where the live transactions are going into the database. For example, this is a user. Okay, user is connecting to the database. This is actually something related to the architecture, which I'll explain you later. Okay. User is connecting to the database now. Where the live transactions are going? The live transactions are going into redo log buffer cache. Everyone repeat. Live transactions are going into
Redo log buffer cache.
redo log buffer cache. So the live transactions are going into redo log buffer cache. Redo log buffer cache ani there is one cache. Okay, which I'll explain you in the next session. Next session lo you will get a very clear picture వచ్చేస్తుంది. Okay, so there is something called redo log buffer cache which actually contains, okay, redo log buffer cache which actually contains what? Which actually contains the live transactions. Okay, and this redo log buffer cache will maintain what? This redo log buffer cache will maintain. This redo log buffer cache will maintain all the live transactions whatever users are doing. And now users has inserted some millions of data. Do you people feel that data is very important or not?
Yes, very
Yes,
important.
sir.
Very important.
In our school language or in our what do you say, graduation language, it says very important, 3 star, 4 star. Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So data is very important, right? So that is why DBS are here to store the to secure the data, something like that. Okay, but user is doing his user's job to insert the data. User is inserting the data. Some millions of data is being inserted. Some millions of data is being inserted, and the live transactions, the live data, the live transactions are going into the redo log buffer cache. That's okay. Now, from redo log buffer cache, where the live transactions are going, listen carefully. The live transactions are being written into the redo log files. Ekkadiki?
Redo log.
Log file.
Redo log files. So once this redo log file is full, so what we can say now, redo log files, redo 1a.log, redo 2a.log. మనం రెండు redo log files create చేసాం, గుర్తుందా?
Yes, sir.
We have created two redo log
Yes,
files at the
sir.
time of database creation. Everyone remember that, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So why we have created, now I am telling you. Okay, the live transactions, whatever users live transactions are there, the live transactions are going into redo log files. The live transactions are being written into the redo log files from redo log buffer cache. From redo log buffer cache, they are being written into redo log files. Now redo 1a is completely full. Now still there are a lot of transactions in redo log buffer cache. Now once redo 1a is completely full, where it will write next?
Redo
It
log.
will write into redo 2a.log. It will write into redo 2a.log. Once redo 2a is also completely full, still there are a lot of transactions. Transactions అనేది never ending process. Never ending process. Users keep on doing the transactions, right? So redo log buffer cache లోకి live transactions వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి. They keep on coming, and it has to write into redo 1a.log, which is completely full అయిపోయింది. Next it started writing into redo 2a.log. This is also completely full. Next ఎక్కడ రాస్తుంది?
So 3A, I think so.
3a we did not create 3a. Okay, now ఇక్కడ దాకా అర్థమైంది అందరికి?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Clear.
People who are sleeping, wake up and answer. People who understand English, answer at least, or else I have to feel like, you know, people don't know English or don't understand English. Till here, whatever I told you people understood this session, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So when it is writing into redo 1a, when it is writing into redo 1a, it is completely full. Once it is completely full, it starts writing into redo 2a. Em rastadi, it starts writing all the live transactions. Now once redo 2a is full, where it has to write? Still there is lot of data in redo log buffer cache. It has to write somewhere. Where it will write is, again it will write in redo 1a only. You people got any question now?
Yes, Tishan. One is
Yeah.
full, so how-
One is already filled.
As 1A is full, we are going to 2A. Again, why?
ఎవరైనా ఒకళ్ళు అడగండి. Feel free to ask in any language you want.
Tishan, this is Raj. You is right now said that if 1A is, so it will be going to 2A.
Okay.
So after fulfilling the 1A section, so how it will take more transaction?
Okay, still anyone want to ask me any question?
Same question.
What is it?
Same.
Does the data from 1A and 2A archive and then we'll restart again?
Exactly. Okay. Actually, I am asking you, do you have any questions, and you are telling me answers. Okay. So anyways, everyone, I think everyone got the same question, right? The question is it already written into 1A. So 1A lo already data undi. In 1A there is already data is there, and 1A is completely full, and now it starts writing into redo 2a.log, redo second redo log file, redo 2a.log. This is also full, and where it will write next it will write in redo 1A. I told. Then your question is, redo 1A lo already data undi kada sir, then what happens to that data? మన redo 1A లో రాయడానికి స్పేస్ లేదు కదా, డేటా ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది కదా. What happens to the data? The data will be archived.
Okay.
అర్థమైందా everyone?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
Trisha.
Yes.
Yes.
The data will be archived and it will become empty. ఇది empty అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా?
Okay.
Next redo 1A, then it starts writing into redo 1A, and redo 1A is completely full. Then where it will write?
Redo 2A.
Obviously redo 2A. Redo 2A లో అంతకు ముందు డేటా అంతా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది? It will be archived.
Archive.
Then once redo 2A is again completely full, again it will be switching to redo 1A, and it starts writing into redo 1A. In the meantime, whatever the data is there, it will be archived. And if redo 1A is again full, it will switch to redo 2A, and it starts writing into redo 2A. In the meantime, whatever the data is there, that is archived. So archives generate aitai, and this kind of switching is called lock switch. Lock switch. Emantamu?
Lock
switching. Redo lock switching. Redo lock switching. Redo lock switch aituntadi from 1A to 2A, 2A to 1A, 1A to 2A, 2A to 1A. So whenever lock switch happens, listen carefully. Whenever lock switch happens, archive will be generated. Understand everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Concept అర్థమైందా? Theory?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sanu.
So now in the database we lost the data. For example, database లో ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? Database లో ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందంటే డేటా ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందంటే database లో డేటా ఫైల్స్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది డేటా? We lost the data. Now we have a data loss. Do we have to worry about the data loss now?
No. Because we have
Already
So from where we can restore the data?
From the archive.
From archives. We can again restore the data back. Ramayana, what is the importance of archive?
Yes, sir.
Zero data loss petkochu manam. If the database is in archive log mode, then only archives will be generated. If the database is in archive log mode, then only archives will be generated. So if the archives are generated, which means if the database is in archive log mode, which means our database is in safe zone. Ardhamaina?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the data is lost, we don't have to worry. We can restore the data back from archives. Simple related example to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Your data is archived. Are you be able to restore the data back?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Simple. So your data is getting archived here. Your data is getting archived. If there is any data loss, can you restore the data back from archive?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Simple. That is the archive log mode theory. Now we have to enable the archive log mode, which is practical. Practically, we have to enable the archive log mode. Everyone ready to start the practical? How to
Yes.
enable
Yes, sir.
the archive log mode is today's session. How to enable the archive log mode is today's session. Everyone ready to start the practical session with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So let's start the practical so that we need to actually start the VMware.
Trishan, can I have one question?
No problem. You can ask.
Yeah, as you said that the archive will be, means we are creating the archive. So the data which is going from 1A, which is creating an archive, so it will go automatically, or while we are switching at that time
Automatically.
only it will...
Automatically, once this 1A is completely full, it will automatically switch to 2A.
Okay.
And whatever the data is there, it will be archived. And once the 2A is completely full, it will immediately switch to 1A, and whatever the data will be there, automatically it will be archived. When it will be archived? Only when the database is in archive log mode. That is the clause. Understand?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Trishan, thank you.
Can you repeat once again?
Okay. Whenever the live transactions are being written into redo 1A.log, redo 1A is completely full. it will be
Yes.
automatically switched to redo 2A. And whatever the data is there in redo 1A, it will be archived. And whenever the redo 2A is completely full, it will switch to redo 1A. In the meantime, whatever the data is there will be automatically archived. When this automatic archival will happen, only when the database, if we keep the database in archive log mode. Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is what today's session is. How to keep the database in archive log mode, or how to enable the concept is how to enable the database archive log mode. How to enable archive log mode for a database. That is today's session. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Issue one
Yes, sir.
question.
Yeah.
Do we have any limit to archive the files?
Nice question. I'll tell you when the session is in progress. The practical session is in progress. I'll tell you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.